what's up, it's Nerf. Before I get into the gameplay in the background and the being scammed for Christmas situation, I just wanted to apologize for the lack of uploads lately and the long delay between uploads. It's not really something I can help right now. I know my last upload I was talking about seasonal depression pretty much, and so I've not been inspired to do much of anything. I kind of have to force myself to get up and do things that need to be taken care of, and so I just haven't really had much of a desire to play games or upload any of that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's enough depressing shit. The gameplay in the background, it's on the map Citadel, which I call Shitadel because I don't like the map, but it's kind of funny to me, and I wanted to talk about that really quick because typically maps that I don't like are maps that I don't do well on, and I think a lot of us are that way. I think, you know, the more likely you are to dominate on a map, the more you're going to enjoy it, appreciate it. You know, and usually that means that the map's designed pretty well. However, this map, I've never liked it, but I usually do pretty well on it, and I actually had so many gameplays from playing on this map when we had access to the free DLC for, what, it was like 2 or 3 months. Then I wanted to share some of the better gameplays that I'd captured. Of course, the intro clip was cool, climbing up the tower and killing that camper up there. But so yeah, Shitadel, I'm not a fan of the design. I'm assuming I'll be playing it some more here soon because Treyarch allowed everyone to have access to the DLC for free again. So we'll see how long it lasts this time. They're saying a month again, but you know, before they stretched it out for quite a while. So I kind of feel like at this point in the game's life cycle, they may as well just make it free forever. So yeah, I got scammed for Christmas. I was talking before about getting a new graphics card, and the one that I want the most is a 1080 Ti for the Win 3. And you know, most of the 1080 Ti's, they're pretty relative as far as the features and how good the cards perform. The major difference is the manufacturer, which EVGA has always been really good with their customers if you have issues. But other than that, you know, their cooling apparently is better on the for the Win 3. The cooling is better on that card than the others. But I'm also interested in the Asus 1080 Ti Strix. The card looks badass, and they have decent customer support. I mean, it's gotten better over the years, I think. But either way, the biggest problem I had was that the cards are so freaking expensive because graphics cards are used for mining Bitcoin or whatever stupid bullshit people are doing these days. So I did end up finding a 1080 Ti for the Win 3 graphics card for about half the price that you can find it in most places. And it was on this website. It's kind of like a cheap-ass version of eBay. It's called StoreEnvy.com. And I should have known something was up, or I should have known better than to proceed with the purchase when the website itself started shitting out on me. You know, I was able to access it at one point and look at their items and their merchandise from the different sellers, because again, it's like eBay. Everyone has their own little pages of things that they're selling on there. But at some point when I actually went to buy the card, it stopped allowing me to progress through their site. It just kept throwing me site errors, like, whoops, you know, our site can't load this page or whatever. So I don't remember how I got around it. I mean, I tried clearing the cookies out with CCleaner and, you know, just doing everything that I could to reset my history so that it didn't even know that I'd visited the page before, but I think I had to create an account on my phone or something. I don't know, but I had to jump through some hoops. So I finally I was going to check out and pay for the card, of course, using PayPal to be safe. And the user that I was buying the card from, their store name was Numeka Electronics, which if you try to search for them on eBay or on Google, you won't find them because Numeka is actually a different electronics company that's actually legit. And they don't deal with gaming components and small electronics. So I paid for the card, and I have it linked to my Gmail account. So I start getting emails from the company. The first email came in, it was from some guy named Gerald or something like that. and he said, hey, we're having a hard time processing our payment through storeenvy.com. Would you be willing to let us refund you and then go to our actual website, which is like numecaelectronics.com or whatever, and repurchase it from there? It'll make it easier. And I said, yeah, that's fine, you know. And at the time it made sense because, again, StoreEnvy's website was shit and it was glitchy, so I figured it probably was just a StoreEnvy problem. So I go to the Numeca Electronics page, and it's really cheap. I mean, I could make a better website literally in 10 minutes than what they have for their page. So, you know, it was basically just a page that said Numeca Electronics on it, and then had like 9 clickable images with their merchandise. So the card that I ordered wasn't on there at the time. It was a different card, and so I emailed them back, said, hey, you know, the card I want isn't up. They're like, alright, well, we'll fix it, you know, go check it now. So I went back, it was up, you know, again, so everything looked okay. Clicked on it, I went to pay again. I noticed that the PayPal account that I was sending the payment to wasn't the same name as the people that I purchased it from. It was Honey and Lace by Charlie and Rose. And they had a Gmail account linked to their PayPal called Paparazzi Boutique. So of course I researched all that, and Paparazzi Boutique is its own website, and they sell clothing and shit. But again, you know, people have different things that they're into. They have different sites that they run. You know, they have different stuff that they sell. So again, I was paying through PayPal, so I knew I wouldn't, you know, be screwed out of my money completely. So whatever. So I paid him. And again, at first the communication was excellent. The original person that I talked to is no longer responding to me, but this other person named quote-unquote, was it James Robin, had supposedly, you know, they started answering my questions and stuff, and the communication was good. They said, hey, we got your payment, it's processing. It can take 5 to 7 days for the payment to process. But then once it processes, you know, your shipment will be overnighted to you, which all that I found to be kind of weird too, because PayPal transactions usually process pretty quick. I mean, within 24 hours, and it's instant. It's not like I'm paying you with a debit or credit card or something. So why it would take 7 days to process the payment was weird to me. But even more strange was why you would waste money overnighting packages to people instead of just processing their payment in 24 hours and then ground shipping it to them in 5 days. So the timing would still work out about the same. It would still take, you know, 5 to 7 days for someone to get their product, but you would save money because you wouldn't have to be overnight shipping shit to people. So again, there were some red flags and some weird things, but I was like, whatever. So a couple days went by. It was about 7 days, and I messaged them back. I was like, hey, the card isn't here yet. Do you have any updates on what's going on? Like, oh, you know, well, unfortunately, you know, our warehouse is located near where all these wildfires are going on out here, and so it's delayed some of our shipping. And I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to get bent out of shape about a package being a little delayed. Meanwhile, there's a wildfire that's affecting thousands of people out there on the West Coast. And that's what I said to him. I said, you know, the package is one thing, the wildfire, that's dangerous crap. You know, so I hope things work out for you guys, whatever. And they were like, oh, we really appreciate it. And he followed up with that saying, you will have a tracking number within 24 to 48 hours. And you will be receiving your graphics card this week. This was on a Wednesday, I believe. Well, by Saturday, guess what? I had not received a tracking number, and I had not received my package. So I messaged him back again, and I said, you know, look, you said within 24 to 48 hours I would be getting confirmation. I have not, and with it being Saturday, I'm assuming I'm not getting the card this week. Can you at least just let me know when I'll be getting it next week so I can make sure that I'm here to receive the package? No response. And at that point, I stopped getting responses, and so I sent them some shitty responses back, but I ended up going to PayPal immediately to take care of it because I knew something was going on, and I just wanted my money back so I could try and get another version of the card somewhere. So I sent a message to this Honey and Lace on PayPal, just asking them what's going on, you know, with this transaction. And unfortunately, I don't have access to all of the responses that I sent once I filed the dispute. I do have most of them here, and basically how it started was I'd send them a message, said, hey, bought a graphics card from you, haven't received it, I just want to get my money back. And they were like, oh, well, you know, I sell clothes, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I said, okay, well, do you know James Robin then? He's the person I've been contacting, talking to back and forth. You know, that's the person who sold me the card. And here's where I start having responses that I can reference. So this person, this woman said, okay, I have no clue, and I'm going to quote literally how they talk. Okay, I have no clue what or who you are talking about. I have not had access to this PayPal in a while. I sell clothes and my friend told me he put money into this PayPal himself as a gift, not for a product, so I'm not sure what's going on. My response, interesting. Does the name Greg Hendricks ring a bell then? He was also in the quote-unquote sales department and is the only other person I've spoke with other than James. Feels like I'm taking crazy pills at this point, and I'm appalled at the poor business practices of whoever it was that actually sold me the graphics card. I guess at this point the best solution would be to refund the $630 to me, as I have stopped getting responses from James and Greg. Their response. Okay, I don't know either person. I'm unaware of what's going on. The money by my friend who used this PayPal said her friend was depositing $630 in my account for her to send some money to Africa, and I'm dumb for allowing someone to use my business PayPal, so now my business is fucked. At this point, I was done with the shit. I wasn't going to respond back to her. I went ahead and escalated this to a claim with PayPal, and that's where I'm at right now. Today is actually the 30th, and it's the final day for this other person to respond before PayPal is going to give my money back to me. So, and what I'm gonna let you guys take a look at this. I actually called because the James Robin dumbass has his phone number in his email. So all those emails that he was sending back and forth to me through Gmail, it had his number in it. So I star 67 and called him. I just wanted to see if it was a legit number, if somebody would actually answer, and well, I'll let you guys see what happened. Alright, so I'm going to call the guy that was scamming me for this graphics card and see if it's actually the person that I tried to reach out to.
Yo, God, the thing goes.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, who is this?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. How may I help you? It's very happy.
The what? Is this James?
This is Greg Hendricks. How may I help you?
What? Okay, so clearly that person sounded like a foreigner, which would make sense because this guy whose name was supposedly James Robin, which, yeah, Robin, clever use of a name, I guess, is the one who was involved with scamming me. So I'll link some more information, but I just figured I'd try and reach out to him, but I couldn't make out anything that person was saying, and they didn't sound like they were trying to speak very clear English. So that's kind of what I anticipated would happen, was that it would be some foreigner like, oh, hello, my name is James Robin, how are you doing? What can I help you with? And that's pretty much how it turned out. So, fucking scammers, dude, at Christmas. So yeah, clearly I got scammed. I guess the silver lining is that, I'm always careful with how I pay. Even if my decision making isn't always the greatest as far as who I pay, because clearly I didn't make the best decision on which site I purchased from. But I've honestly never had this happen before with being scammed. And honestly, it's more of a PayPal scam than a scam on my end. It's an annoyance for me, but it's a scam for PayPal, because clearly what they're doing is transferring funds out of the country, and PayPal's gonna have a hard time, you know, following the breadcrumbs. And you know, the woman that was involved, I guess I feel a little bad for her, but at the same time I don't. And it was funny how her story changed. At first it was some guy that was a friend of hers gave her money, and then it became, oh, this girl is a friend of mine. It was her friend that gave the money to her to put him. I'm like, you know what, fuck this. So I don't know, lesson learned, I guess. I'm gonna, you know, in the future I'm not buying from any weird shops or whatever. I'm just gonna buy from places that I know are legit, like eBay and Amazon and whatnot. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to start putting out a little more content a little more often than I have been. It's just, shit has just been so bad lately. So anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Peace.